Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video, back for a brand new collection video. Today I'm going through my music Blu-rays. That's right, everything that I've got of concerts and music videos, everything on Blu-ray. So let's get into it. We've got some country, we've got some heavy metal, and we've got a bloke playing the piano as well. Let's do it. Okay, so my musical taste varies. I am mainly country and metal. Yeah, don't really go in for a lot of the classical stuff unless it is John Williams, Hans Zimmer, orchestrated movie soundtracks. So I don't really listen to a lot of like Beethoven and stuff like that. Also, I'm not a real rapper. I don't go into too much rap. The only rapper I think I like is Eminem, and I only like 2 or 3 of his songs. So it's mainly country, new country, and metal and rock. So we go through them. First of all, of course, you've got to start it off with a bit of Taylor Swift. That's about 100 people switched off already. Stay with me. Yes, okay, so Taylor Swift, it's a bit of a love or hate relationship. I started listening to Taylor Swift when she first came out. I think she was about 14 or 15 or something. Way back when she was country. And to be perfectly honest, I think her first 3 albums are the best when she was doing the country phase. When she started to get into all the modern stuff and the modern sounds, I kind of switched off. It was not for me. So for me, Taylor Swift has always been a country star. I did go to see her in concert. This has everything from the first 3 albums. Well, not everything, but, you know, most of the songs, including like 15, Love Story, and everything from Speak Now, Back to December, yeah, Fearless, Mine, The Story of Us, all of the good country stuff from back in the day. Let's open it up. I'll just show you. So there is the front, there is the back, and there we go. You can have a look at all the track listings on there if you want. I'm not pressuring you. And inside we have the Taylor Swift World Tour disc there, and we also get a nice little booklet with lots of concert photos. And I went to see her a couple of years ago at Wembley, no, the O2 Arena. It was the O2 Arena, and it was a really good concert. In fact, I actually do have a video on my channel, live, the entire recording of when she sang I'm never getting back together. Yeah, so when that came out, that's kind of like when I started drifting off, because it was starting to go away from country into modern Taylor Swift. But anyway, there's that. You can come back now. What we got next? Oh yes, we got a bit of Quo. We got a bit of the Quo, yes. This is the Frantic 4 reunion. So I actually missed this concert. Damn it. It's the only time where the original Status Quo members got back together. Francis Rossi, Rick Parfitt, Alan Lancaster and John Coghlan. And it was brilliant. It was at Wembley Arena. I'm really nuts that I missed this. So there we go. Again, there is the back. And we get 2 discs. Why have we got 2 discs? Oh, we got a compact disc as well. So we got a Blu-ray and a compact disc. Yeah, that's fantastic. Is that reversible art? No, it's not reversible art. It's just a photo of them on stage and all the credits and stuff like that. But again, with Quo, my appreciation of Status Quo goes way back to the 80s. I actually started to come in listening to Quo round about the Milton Keynes End of the Road tour. That end of the road tour lasted about 30 years. And me, Mama Bowman, Papa Bowman always used to go and see them every year. Wembley Arena, O2 Arena, mostly Wembley. And just jump up and down like mad. I actually went to see them at Brighton as well, and I fainted for some reason. All that jumping up and down and all that heat in a little concealed space, I passed out. Yeah. Anyway, so that is the Frantic Four. Sticking with Quo, we have a very dusty one. One of their best concerts. Yes, we've got Pictures live at Montreal. Brilliant concert this is. I've seen this Blu-ray quite a few times. It does have a really long track listing, as you can see there. If we can get that in frame, there we go. So lots of concerts on there. Lots of tracks. In fact, I think this actually lasts quite a long time, this one. Where does it say? Does it say? Does it say, does it say the actual length of the actual Blu-ray? I don't think it does. Anyway, this is the story of a Status Quo live 2009 full-length concert and a new documentary, Pictures. So we have one disc in there, very nice. And we also have a really thick booklet, very nice. And there's the history of Quo. There they are, rocking like mad. And for me, Status Quo kind of ended when Rick Parfitt died. I know they've gone on, they went on for a few more years after his death, but for me it was always something about Francis Rossi and Rick Parfitt. It's just they captured Quo, and I kind of lost interest after Rick Parfitt died. But anyway, there we go. That is Pictures. Shall we stay with some Status Quo? Next up, we have the definitive documentary, Access All Areas, Hello Quo. Yes, so this is basically the Status Quo story. 3 hours of bonus footage as well. Yes, it is a long documentary. It is 152 minutes. So that is, how long is that? Is that 3 hours? I think that's 3 hours, isn't it? Something like that. Or 180, is it 100? Oh, 180. I think 180 is 3 hours, isn't it? Yeah. So 2.5 hours then. But the special features is actually 3 hours. So the whole thing runs for like 5.5 hours long. So yes, if you've got a day and a half to spend. And we've got 2 discs in there. No booklet or anything, but 2 discs. Excellent. There we go. So that's... oh, I haven't shown you the back, have I? There we go. You can have a read of the back there. Awesome. Back into focus. And let's end it there. Not the whole collection video, but let's end Quo there with actually a musical film, but I have not seen it. Apparently it's not that good, but it also stars Craig Fairbrass as well and John Lovitz. Beulah Quo. I think it's just them out having some weird kind of adventure in some Hawaiian island or something while they play a bit of Quo. Yeah. It started with guitars and ended with guns. So I think it was their attempt to try and get into the movie making business. I don't think it's a very long film, to be perfectly honest. Again, I don't think it says on the back here how long it is. No, unfortunately, I don't think it does. Anyway, you can have a look at the back. There we go. It does have some special features on there as well. And the old tech specs down the bottom there. And we just get 1 disc with a bit of artwork on it. So I need to watch this, but I've heard it's really bad. So maybe I'll put it on one weekend for me and Papa Bowman. Okay, so that was the end of Quo. Next up, man, I feel like a woman. Yes, we have a bit of Shania Twain. Still the one. This is live from Vegas. Yes. When was this filmed? I can't remember when this is filmed. They never put dates on these things, do they? But it is 153 minutes. 2014. There you go. So I think this happened before Shania Twain started having problems because she lost her voice for many years. I think it was Lyme disease. I think it might have been Lyme disease, which was the same thing as what Avril Lavigne had. But anyway, there is the back. So picture there and all the running of the concert and all the credits down there. And she actually brought a horse onto the stage. I know what you're saying. No. There we go. So that's that. We do have, as usual, we have one nice gold disc. And we also have a bit of artwork in there, or a photo from the stage. And we have a nice little booklet. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. Yes. Again, really nice little concert, that one. This is Shania before her voice weakened. Let's say that, yeah. There we go. So that is Shania. Okay. Next up, we're getting a little bit heavier now. Yes, we've got good old Klaus and Rudolph. Oh! We have Scorpions. And this is live in 3D. I've actually watched this in 3D. It's not bad, actually. It does put you in like the concert frame, especially if you have like these flickered lights going all the way around the room. It's pretty good. So this is a blackout. What's that? Get Pure, Sting and Blackout. I think that says that down the bottom there. I'm not sure. But anyway, there we go. There is the back. So you can have a look at all the track listings. Again, my appreciation of Scorpions goes way back to the 80s. With a worldwide live. Savage Amusement is my favourite album from theirs. Yeah, fantastic. And it has all the big hits on here. We've got Bad Boys Running World. We've got The Zoo, Coast to Coast, Loving You Sunday Morning, Holiday, excellent. Of course, the famous Wind of Change that kind of like put Scorpions on a top 40 chart kind of entry. And Blackout, of course, and loads of others. Rock You Like a Hurricane. So there we go. That is Scorpions live in 3D. What we got inside? Again, we've got a nice disc there. And we also have a nice little brochure. Not so much of a brochure. It's just, oh, that's it. It's one sheet. One sheet. Yes, but, but it tells you all about the concert. And also the credits for each of the songs there as well. So there we go. So that is Scorpions live in 3D. Next up, the Parisian Walkways. Yes. Oh, God, that one is so dusty. That one is Gary Moore live in Montreal. Absolutely fantastic. Gary Moore is one of my favourite guitarists of all time. Saw him live a few times. Even when he switched from doing the metal to the blues, still got the blues. Fantastic album, one of the best albums ever. After Hours, but mainly my love of Gary Moore started with the rock side of it. Wild Frontier, Over the Hills and Far Away. Some fantastic songs, but we've still got the blues on here as well. We've got the fantastic Parisian Walkways, which I used to be able to play on the guitar. And also Out in the Fields. So Empty Rooms, Military Man and Empty Rooms. Yeah. And it's got Oh Pretty Woman as well, Walking by Myself. So lots of blues ones on there as well. And I'll tell you a little story in a minute. I'm going to tell you a little story. There we go. So you can see all the innards. And we have a nice little bit of artwork there with a disc. And we also have just a little bit about the concert, I think, live at Montreal in 2010. Just one little leaflet there. Yeah, fantastic. And yeah, back in the day, I was into guitar. Yes, I was a guitar god. I mean, I could play the entire Sweet Child of Mine from Guns N' Roses. And for a brief little moment, I went to rehearsals in a little village hall not far from me. We had a bass, we had a keyboard, we had drums and a vocalist, and I was on the old guitar, banging it like Living on a Prayer and stuff like that. But also Parisian Walkways and Still Got the Blues and stuff like that. And yeah, and I actually had a Gibson Les Paul. I bought the Gibson from a music shop. Where was it? I think it was Maidstone, Sharon Music. I think it was in Maidstone. And I bought it for £900. And we are talking back in like the mid-90s. And it was sunburst. It was sunburst orange, gold frets. And it had a hard case with like fluffy red interior. I mean, value-wise, and this is an authentic Gibson Les Paul, not a knockoff or anything. So £900 back then. Probably now I could probably have sold it for about £5,000 or something. But there was a phase where I started to get out of playing guitar and getting into computing. And I actually sold it. I did sell it to someone that really wanted it. So it was this bloke that was playing in a band. He came up, had a look at it, and yeah, I got a good price for it. I think I got about 1,500 quid for it at the time. He took a hard case as well and everything, and he was doing gigs. So it went to a good home. I hope maybe it's still around somewhere, that it's being used in gigs. Who knows? And I eventually used the money to buy a PC computer, which I had for a couple of years and then ended up being worthless. And that is a big regret that I have back in the day, getting rid of that Gibson Les Paul. One of my big regrets in life. So yes, but you can't go back, unfortunately. But I would, knowing now, I would never have got rid of it. So there we go. So that is Gary Moore, and a bit of history of my guitar playing. I've also got 2 drum kits. That's 3. 2 drum kits in the storeroom. I've got an electronic drum kit, and I also have a full analog drum kit, which Lulu bought for me for my birthday once, about 25 years ago. And I've played that a few times, but it's been in the storeroom. The only problem with analog drums is if you live in a terrace house, the neighbours don't like it. That's why I bought a digital set instead. Yes, I need to get that reset up again. Anyway, next, let's stick with some metal, shall we? Yeah, and I found this one. I think I found this one in CEX and Vivo. This is Iron Maiden. Yes. Surprisingly, one of the very few metal bands I've not seen in concert. I know. This is live at Estadio Nacional in Santiago, wherever that is. I'm sure someone will tell me. Sounds Spanish. Yes. Never seen them live, but I did meet Nico McBrain, the drummer, way back in like the very early 2000s, when I used to go to like the yearly London music show, which was held, I think, at the Olympia, and he had a big drum session up there. So that was my little foray into Iron Maiden there, yes. But it does have all the information on the back there about the concert, and also the tracks, obviously, like Number of the Beast and stuff like that, are Iron Maiden's most famous ones. 2 Minutes to Midnight, yeah. The Evil That Men Do, yeah. So there we go, that is Iron Maiden. And inside, again, we have 1 disc and just a shot of the concert stage there. And then we have a nice little brochure. There we go. Fantastic. So that is Iron Maiden. Next up, this is one of the more recent purchases. And this is Motley Crue, The End. This is live in Los Angeles on 4K. Yes, 4K. Don't really like the packaging in these. Yeah, too flimsy. Should have them in a proper box like that. But this does have all the well-known tracks on here. I do need to watch this. There we go, there's all the tracks and there's all the specifications down the bottom. So yes, a 4K one. And it is just basically that. I don't even know what's inside. So we got a leaflet in that side. And you get the disc. Where the hell's the disc? The disc slides in there, right in the middle. It's awkward. It's awkward. I don't like these. I don't mind digipacks that have got hubs that you can actually put it down like that, but not these ones that slide in like that. It's a bit cheap, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, so there is that, and that cost about 35 quid, I think it was. Okay, so there is the brochure. Lots of pictures there of Vince Neil and all the band members. Excellent. And pictures. So I will need to crank that one on, actually. I'll crank that on one day, especially in 4K. I bet that would look and sound brilliant. Does it have anything special on the back here? Audio is DTS HD Master Audio. Excellent. And runtime is 2.5 hours. Okay, there is one other one. Hang on. Am I in focus? There we go, that's better. There is another one that I've got that I picked up. I had to pick this one up. Again, in the same type of packaging. Queen, yeah, Rock Montreal and Live Aid as well. Again, this was about £35. So, unfortunately, packaging is very cheap and flimsy. I don't know why they've done this with these. There's all the bits on the back. Excellent. Stay in focus. There we go. And we do get a nice Queen stage setup there with a couple of discs. That looks fantastic. That looks really good. I think there is a brochure in here as well. Yes, there is a brochure slid in there. So there we go. There is Freddie and lots of pictures inside there. Excellent. So I'm looking forward to actually watching this in 4K. Going to look and sound fantastic. Again, my history of Queen goes way back to the early 80s. When I started getting into them, mainly with the works, you know, Radio Gaga, that kind of like middle of the road age. And I Want to Break Free and It's a Hard Life and all that kind of stuff. Of course, their style changed over the years from when they first started with Tie Your Mother Down and Seven Seas of Rye and stuff like that. And they became a lot less rockier through the 80s to fit in with kind of like chart stuff. But their songs are still fantastic. How many times did we see Queen? Right, I saw them live with Freddie at Nebworth Park, and there was like, God, I can't remember. It was like something like 130,000 people. I must have been saying like 15 or something like that. And we went up on a bus, me, Mama Bowman and Papa Bowman and my brother. And I think the concert ticket and the bus ticket cost about £35. That's how much it cost to get in to see Queen, that was supported by Status Quo and Big Country, and also a return bus trip. 35 quid each. Yes, 1986. Yes, I then went to see Queen at Wembley Arena when they were fronted by Paul Rodgers from Free. And Wembley Arena was actually closed at the time, and they had this weird makeshift looking tent out the back, and that doubled up as the new Wembley Arena while they were working on the actual arena itself. I think that's the only time. I actually haven't seen them live with Adam Lambert, but I only saw them once with Freddie. But there you go. That is Queen. Next up, we've got a big one. We've got a whopper. Yes. In size, that is. Yes. This is Halloween. I do love this one. It is a bit oversized, you know, because it's like DVD size, so it does stick out a bit. United Alive, again, fantastic band. Listened to them all the time in the 80s. Got pretty much most of their albums. Some of the albums, like Pink Bubbles Go Ape and stuff like that, and the songs Windmill and that, they went a little bit mellow at times with Chameleon, but I still loved them. I still love the voice. I still love the sound of them as well. But Keeper of the Seven Keys, for me, is like their massive opus. But anyway, there we go. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because it's kind of like silver on a black background. So it's going to be a bit tricky to see that, but you can see everything that's on there, hopefully. Yeah, you're not going to see that very well. Let's focus, because you've got to focus, otherwise you don't know what you're doing. Dr. Steen, one of my favourites, of course. What else have we got? I Want Out. I love that song. There we go. So there is an outer slip box, and then a digibook. Yes, it's a really nice one though, and that folds out like that. You've got pictures of the band, and it looks awesome. It does. It looks awesome. And I think there might be a leaflet in here. I'm pretty sure there is. And this is a German release, so I had to import this one. We get a really nice thick book as well. Really nice thick book. They're absolutely fantastic. Lots of lovely colours and pictures of the band. And yeah, it's going to look great, especially on the OLED. Excellent. So there we go. So that's United Alive. And I need to put that one on very soon, really, I think. I might just blow the neighbours away. Who cares? Let me put that one back in there. So yeah, that's an oversized one, that one. Next up, we got one that I found in CEX, live at Madison Square Garden. It is Elton John 60. Now, I don't know if this means the 60th anniversary or his 60th birthday. Oh, it's his 60th birthday there. Yeah, full-length performance including over 30 hits recorded in HD and presented in uncompressed surround sound, Sony PlayStation 3 compatible. Fantastic. So there is all the track listings. Of course, we all know a bit of Elton, don't we? Yeah, there we go. Lots of tracks on there. Lots of tracks. And as I say, I picked this one up pretty cheap in CEX. This is 200 minutes approximately. That is 3 hours? 3 hours and 10 minutes or something like that. Yeah. Blimey. There we go. And it comes with a slip cover. Very nice. We've got a few bits inside. So we get a bit of artwork inside there, a bit of retro artwork. There's the disc. We get the Rocket Club leaflet, which is an exclusive and official club for Elton John fans. Excellent. And also a nice little live at Madison Square Garden brochure there with some pictures and text. Excellent. I haven't actually watched this one since I bought it, but there we go. We can stick it on sometime. Stick it on. Elton 60. Okay, next up, we're going to the Hotel California. This is History of the Eagles. I think I picked this one up in CEX as well. The story of an American band. Yes, and I've loved Eagles going way back. Seen them in concert at somewhere in London. I can't remember where. Earl's Court. I think it was Earl's Court. which was a bit of a strange place to have a concert, because we usually used to go to either Wembley Arena or the O2. But anyway, yes, brilliant band. There we go. Eagles. Again, bit of artwork. Nice artwork on the disc there. And a very short leaflet. There we go. I can't say anything more about the Eagles. It's just one of the greatest bands ever. Okay, next up, we have a bit more speedier metal. Yes, we have Dragon Force. Brilliant band. Love them. Absolutely speed of light music. This is where is this? Larger Than Life tour in the Line of Fire. Recorded live at Super Arena Japan in October 2014. Probably not going to get to see a lot on the back here again, because it's a little bit tricky to read, but you can kind of get an idea of there. Yes, I have not seen Dragon Force live. I tell you what, though, a couple of years ago, we've got we have one of our old railway stations in Dover. Has actually now turned into a concert hall, and it's called the Booking Hall. They played there in my hometown a couple of years ago. I was working. I couldn't get the night off. I missed that opportunity to see Dragon Force literally 2 miles from my house. Damn it. Yes, I tried to get that night off. Believe me, I tried. Oh, dear me. Well, that will never happen again. But hopefully I will get to see him at one point. I think that's all the different concerts that they played. But anyway, there we go. There's the disc. And we do have lots of lovely stuff inside. There we go. Lots of pictures. Again, another brilliant band. Great setup there. That's Dragon Force. Next up, do you want to get rocked? I'm sure people are saying, what on earth is he on? Yes, this is Def Leppard, or Def Leopard. Yes, this is Hysteria live at the Joint, Las Vegas. I think they played the entirety of Hysteria, the album, and a few extra songs as well. But what can I say? I saw Def Leppard back in the day, in the round. Brilliant band. One-armed drummer. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. There we go. There is the disc. And I actually went to see the Hysteria show at Cineworld in Ashford, because they played the whole concert in the cinema. And everybody was standing up in the cinema, in Cineworld, dancing and clapping and singing. So it's a bit weird. Never actually been to a concert screening in a cinema before. Very surreal experience. Anyway, there we go. There's all your bits. I do have Hysteria on vinyl as well. And I do have a picture disc for it. I also have the CD and the cassette tape, of course, because, you know, you've got to have them all. You've got to have vinyl, CD and cassette. There we go. That is Hysteria. Next up, we have Bon Jovi live at Madison Square Garden. What can I say about Bon Jovi? It's just the 80s, isn't it? Yes. Oh, but they've survived a lot longer than the 80s. I love the new album. Maybe not as rocky as the original stuff. And I did go and watch Bon Jovi a few times, especially at the Wembley Arena. Back in the 80s, I was there for the New Jersey tour. And also me and my brother went to see them at Wembley Stadium. It was the last ever concert at the old Wembley Stadium before they knocked the 2 towers down that were in it. But then they played there again when the new Wembley Stadium opened up. So we saw them twice. Anyway, there we go. Brilliant band there. It's a shame Richie Sambora's not with them anymore. I think if he had gone back to the band, I think it would be a lot more rockier than it is at the moment. But I know John Bon Jovi's had problems with his voice for the last couple of years. Anyway, there we go. There is all the track listing, all the information on there, and also the lovely text specs that we get at the bottom. And we also get a little brochure as well, with some nice pictures in there as well. Fantastic. Okay, what we got next then? Next, we are scooting over to some country. Yes, we have Alan Jackson. Yes, keeping it country, live at the Red Rocks. Love Alan Jackson. He's, how can I explain Alan Jackson if you don't know who he is? He's kind of old school twang, but with a modern sound to it. Yeah, I mean, he's got some fantastic songs. Small Town Southern Man, Little Bitty. I'm trying to find which one would probably a lot of people would recognise. Gun Country, Wanted, Chasing That Neon Rainbow. Probably somebody might have heard that one. Anyway, lots of great songs. So, 2 fantastic ballads that he actually did. Remember When? That is a absolutely gorgeous song. Absolutely gorgeous. And Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning? Yes. He wrote that song after the Twin Towers were destroyed. And if you watch that, try and find a video on YouTube, listen to that song, Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning? Just listen to those lyrics. It will reduce you to tears by the end of the song. So some absolutely fantastic tracks. Unfortunately, I've never seen him live. I don't think he's been over in the UK, maybe ever. But anyway, there's the insides. And also a nice little double fold out brochure there. So it's a nice concert there. I have watched this one actually. It's really good. It's rocking as well. So there we go. That is Alan Jackson. Next one is more of a movie than a concert. It is called Pure Country, with country superstar George Strait. And this tells the fictitious story of a singer on the road. George Strait plays a country character called Dusty. He's on the tour and it just follows him on the tour. Cole Chandler's also in it as well, you know, from the newspaper guy. I can't remember it, with a cat. Fisher Stevens, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, Early Edition. Do you remember the TV series Early Edition? He's in this as well. Yeah, it's really good, and it's got some great songs on it as well. Just one straight disc, nothing else. There we go, Pure Country. That's an American import because it's not available over here. We've got 3 left. Next up, one of my favourite bands at the moment, and that is Lady Antebellum. Although they've actually dropped Antebellum now, so they're just known as Lady A, because the whole Antebellum with the old American historic, they dropped it. The same way with the Dixie Chicks, it's just the Chicks now. Everybody's dropping their titles. Yes, one day I'll just be called Pauly. But yeah, this is Own the Night World Tour. Fantastic. I've seen them in concert a few times. Once on their own with Mama Bowman. Mama Bowman wasn't singing with them, but we went to see them at the O2 Arena. And they've been over here a few times for the Country to Country Festival. So, of course, the most famous song that they've done is Need You Now. Everybody knows that one. I'm just going to wait for somebody in the comments to say, Need You Now? Never heard of it. Anyway, there we go. There is the back there. All the information for you and the lovely text specs. Yes, that's better. Okay, inside, of course, we got a nice shot from the stage, and we have a disc and a lovely little brochure. There we go. Awesome. So that is Own the Night. And sticking with Lady Antebellum for the moment, we've also got the Wheels Up tour as well. Just another concert, yeah, but has more tracks from the newer albums. So there we go, fantastic. And again, let's zoom in on there for you so you can have a good look. And they are a great band. They are a great band live and on, you know, on recording. We also get another brochure. We get another shot from like the stage, and we also have a nice green disc, and then another nice leaflet there. Excellent. I got one more, and the last one. It's all about the final countdown, isn't it? Yes, we have Europe live. At Shepherd's Bush Empire, that's it, London. Yes, this is a German import, I believe. I think it's German import because of the big sticker, or it might be Scandinavian, I'm not sure. I think this came out when Start From The Dark album came out. But again, fantastic band. There is the back. Again, my history with Europe goes back way back to the 1980s. With the final countdown and Wings of Tomorrow. There we go. And Superstitious and all that kind of stuff. Coast to Coast. Love all the albums. And Prisoners in Paradise. I have seen Europe a few times live. Probably about 5 times, actually. The last time I saw them with Mama Bowman at Hammersmith Odeon. And that was the Start of the Dark tour. Start From the Dark, I think it's called. That was one of their previous albums. Before that, seen them mainly through the 80s at Hammersmith Odeon. There's the disc. And we also have Old Joey Tempest on the front there. And some nice concert footage inside. There. Excellent. There we go. That is Europe. Fantastic. So that is it. That is my collection of music Blu-rays. I would like a lot more, but they don't really do that many. There are so many artists I would love to have concerts, you know, full concerts on Blu-ray that I could just crank in there. But we do get more, I think we get more DVD ones than we do Blu-rays. But every time a Blu-ray concert, you know, is released anywhere around the world, then yeah, I'll get it, whether it's, you know, rock, metal, country. Fantastic. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. Stick down in the comments. Have you got any music Blu-rays? Any concert Blu-rays? Stick them down there. I'll be really interested to see what ones people have. You never know. Somebody might have something I didn't even know was out that might appeal to me. But there you go. So I hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next one very soon. Bye-bye.